Today, I'm going to be diving into my top 5 foods for gut health, sharing with you easy recipes and tips if you deal with severe gas, bloating, food allergies, and sensitivities. For years, I struggled with severe digestive issues. I woke up looking 6 months pregnant. I went to so many doctors and they told me just take Miralax, take Ducalax, you have IBS, do the low FODMAP diet. And it didn't matter what I did. I could do the low FODMAP diet for months, go back to just eating, one of the fermentable foods, and all of my symptoms would come back. So I did testing. I ended up figuring I had 15 types of parasites, H. pylori, SIBO, multiple food allergies, sensitivities, and I was down to 3 foods that did not trigger me to get in severe pain with constipation, gas, and I was miserable, I'm gonna say it. So being the person I am, I became obsessed with healing the gut. I went back to school to become a holistic nutritionist, a GAPS practitioner, and simple, I healed my gut. I've helped transform over 800 individuals with fat loss, gut health, IBS, all of these, Crohn's. So these are my top 5 foods that have been pillars when it comes to healing my gut. And let's just dive right into it. The first food that I eat every single week, basically daily for gut health, is gonna be fennel. So there's so many benefits to fennel. You can do the seed, the bulb, the tea, you can crush it, but fennel has so many properties. It helps reduce gas, bloating, cramps, and it even helps with symptoms associated with IBS and digestive disorders. It really helps too with indigestion, and doing something just like chewing fennel seeds after a meal or drinking a fennel tea could really help stimulate the production of your digestive juices, aiding in the breakdown of your protein and just in general relieving indigestion. Also, it is a great source of dietary fiber. So for me, I always dealt with a lot of constipation issues. A lot of us don't get our recommended daily fiber intake. And for females, that's around 20 to 25 grams, males 30 to 35. So fennel is, again, a great source of fiber. It has some bulk to your stool, helping move things through your colon and promoting regular bowel movements. It also helps soothe inflammation in the gut. So if you have gastritis or IBS, this is great to incorporate, as well as it really helps support your gut microbiome. What do I mean by that? We have our probiotics and our prebiotics. And when you are having probiotics in your diet, you always want to make sure you're giving it prebiotic fibers to feed that good bacteria so it can thrive. Fennel actually contains those prebiotic fibers, and it acts as that food source for your beneficial bacteria in your gut. So it really helps support nourishing your gut microbiome, bringing down the inflammation, helping hit your fiber intake, move things through the gut, and reduce gas, bloating, and additional discomfort. So a few different ways you can incorporate fennel into your diet is, one is my favorite. So I love roasting it. Simply preheating your oven to 400 degrees. I do some olive oil, rosemary, thyme, and Redmond's real salt. You could change up the spices, and I roast it for around 25 to 30 minutes until caramelized. Great to pair up with a side of just steamed greens. You could do it with salmon, avocado on top, and even a little bit of nutritional yeast. You can make a simple fennel salad. This is great for the summer. It's very refreshing, and I love the crunch that fresh fennel has. So you would just thinly slice your fennel bulb. You could add an orange, peel it, cut it up, add some arugula, olive oil, lemon, and then some salt. And then add your protein source on the side. You guys can do chicken, turkey, salmon, anything high omega-3s, whatever your desire is. And then the final way is simply making a fennel tea. And during the pandemic, I did this all the time. So what I do is I buy just fresh fennel seeds in bulk. You can get it online, you can get it in your local store, and I get a little coffee grinder and I just grind down the seeds fresh. I throw them into warm water in a little tea bag. You can buy those online too, or a little canister for your tea, and just let it sit for a good 5 to 10 minutes with boiling water. And if you wanted a little sweet, you could even throw in a little bit of Manuka honey in there. Those have additional benefits I'm not going to go into here, but maybe in a future podcast I will. So 3 easy recipes: slice it up, make it into a salad, roast it up, serve it with protein, or you could simply make a nice tea to finish off your meal or have at the end of the day to support your digestive discomfort. My second food that I eat every single week to support the gut is going to be papaya. I actually love buying papaya. I buy it in bulk when it's ripe. I slice it up, I freeze it so that I have it on hand, doesn't go bad, and I can make a bunch of recipes with it. Papaya contains an enzyme called papain. So this is known for its digestive properties. It helps break down protein in the stomach and really facilitate that digestive process. The enzyme is also helpful for people that may have insufficiencies with their digestive enzymes too. As we talked about, fiber is very important for your gut, and papaya is a great source of dietary fiber, which helps regulate your digestive, add bulk to your stool to promote those regular bowel movements. A few other things: it is very rich in micronutrients, especially vitamin C, folate, potassium, and that really can help prevent digestive disorders such as gastritis, ulcers, and vitamin C has a huge role in terms of our immune system. And remember, 70% of our immune system is in our gut. A few other key properties: it's great for its high water content, so it really helps hydrate your body. Again, if we're having a lot of fiber in our diet, we want to make sure we're getting plenty of water, hydration to move things through our colon. And it even has anti-inflammatory properties. So my favorite way to use papaya is freezing it up and making it in a smoothie. And this is my go-to smoothie that I want to share with you. Grab that pen. This one actually has a few other gut healing benefits that I'm going to say. So you're going to need 1/2 to a full cup of frozen or fresh papaya. Make sure it's ripe. Then 1/2 cup of frozen or fresh blueberries. These are very high again in fiber, antioxidants. If you are dairy-free, you can do 1/2 cup of the Harmless Harvest coconut yogurt. That's my favorite. Or you can do a Greek yogurt, full fat. 1 tablespoon of coconut butter. 1 tablespoon of hemp seeds. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. A scoop of collagen, and I will put my favorite one in the show notes. It has all 5 types of collagen, which is incredible to hit hair, skin, nails, joints, cartilage, connective tissue, and inner lining of the gut. And then ice cubes are optional. So what I love about this smoothie, you're getting a ton of protein in there to support your body's metabolism, rebuilding your muscle fibers to help with your hormones, your hunger, satiety hormones. You're also getting probiotics in there for the gut, antioxidants, a good amount of fiber, and omega-3s. So this is easy to digest. It's going to support your goals in terms of your gut health, hormones, fat loss, and your metabolism. The next food that I consume every single week for gut health is going to be kiwi. And fun fact, kiwi is actually higher in vitamin C than oranges. Okay, I bet you didn't know that. So kiwi is so good for your digestive because number one, of its high fiber content. It's a great source of dietary fiber, but both you're insoluble and you're soluble. And if you deal with constipation, you don't want to do too much of one. You want a good balance of both because one adds bulk to the stool and one helps kind of lubricate, draw water into that intestine. So you want that good mix. Now, kiwi also has an enzyme in there known for its ability to Kiwi also has an enzyme in it, also known for its ability of digestion of protein. And a lot of people with digestive issues, they may be low in their HCl, their stomach acid, enzyme or pancreatic enzyme insufficiencies. So this is great to add to our diet to help break down those proteins that may be sitting fermenting in our gut. And it also has those prebiotic properties to help stimulate the beneficial growth of bacteria in that gut. And then last thing, super high, again, vitamin C, antioxidants, hydration. So recipes. With the summertime, kiwis are my go-to for popsicles. So this is a super simple recipe. You're gonna need 4 ripe kiwi, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1/2 cup of water, and then popsicle molds. Simply, you're gonna peel your kiwi, put everything in the blender together, pour it into around 4 different popsicle molds, and it's done. You can grab it on a hot day if you get a little bit of cravings throughout the day. Super refreshing, super high in antioxidants, and super good for your health. My 4th and 5th, we're gonna put these 2 together, top foods for gut health that I consume every single week. I'm doing a plant-based version and a non-plant-based. So non-plant-based is gonna be oysters. Oysters are very high in omega-3s, bringing down inflammation in that body. Also, they're very high in zinc. Zinc is great for healing that lining of the gut. These are 2 very beneficial nutrients when it comes to digestive health. Now, if you don't do oysters, another alternative for my vegetarians and vegans are gonna be flax oil. Flax oil is a great source of omega-3s too, and you could simply add that into a dressing on top of a salad. You can throw it in your smoothie. You just never want to heat the flax oil. But basically, omega-3s are broken down into your EPA and your DHA, and these are essential for overall health, inflammation. They're great for your brain, focus, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis. We want to bring down that inflammation. Our diets are very high in processed foods, a lot of omega-6s. So in making sure we're incorporating more foods rich in the omega-3s, flax, chia, salmon, oysters, sardines. That's a great way to get that good balance in your diet and lower the inflammation. There's also indigestible fibers in oysters that act as that prebiotic in the gut, and oysters are really rich in B12, energy guys, B12, energy, vitamin D, which we need for our hormones, zinc, iron, selenium. Selenium's another antioxidant in the body, and you're getting amino acids. So all of these essential vitamins, they play huge roles when it comes to maintaining the gut lining, supporting your immune health. Remember, 70% of the immune system's in the gut, and promoting nutrient absorption. It's not what you eat, it is what you absorb. Remember that. So if you're doing flax oil, I like to do 1 tablespoon a day. Again, you could add it to smoothies. You could add it into a salad dressing. You could drizzle it on top of your yogurt with some hemp seeds and some berries. If you're going my sardine or oyster way, you could take fresh oysters. You need garlic, lemon, olive oil. And simply what you do is preheat your grill to like a medium-high heat. And then in a bowl, combine your oysters, your garlic, your lemon, your olive oil. And then you just grill your oysters for about 5 minutes until the edges are starting to like curl. And that means they're cooked through. So that's just like a little simple way. You can have them as an appetizer to your meal. And I do them at least once a week to get that additional B12, zinc, antioxidant overload. Now that I shared with you some great foods for gut health, I want to share with you how to actually get rid of digestive issues, bloating, gas, constipation for good. Because it's not as simple as just adding in healthy foods or going on a low FODMAP diet. If you really want to heal your gut, be able to get all of the foods back into your diet without those issues, you have to get to the underlying cause. So what did I do? So what I did and what I do with my clients is, number 1, I figure out, okay, did we do stool testing? We want to see if we have parasites, H. pylori, SIBO. 2 of my top tests are the GI map stool tests. You can do that through Genova, and that allows you to see what is actually going on. From there, I create protocols for my clients. For example, you don't want to take someone, and you're going to see I didn't throw a lot of probiotic foods in this list, because if someone has SIBO, the probiotics, when there's an overgrowth of bacteria in the gut already, adding in the fermented foods could actually make your issues worse, give you more uncomfortable gas and bloating. So what I do is, number 1, I do a 4R protocol. I figure out what is going on in the gut. Number 2 is I bring down the inflammation in the gut, add in different herbs, things to correct the insufficiencies in the gut so that we're able to get you feeling good, get the inflammation down, the bloating, the gas, so you're more comfortable. We could slowly add in foods to see what are truly triggering it while we're correcting the insufficiencies and doing a protocol to get rid of what the imbalances were. If it was H. pylori, if it was SIBO, if it was parasites. Then I slowly incorporate everything back in, start adding in certain probiotics specific to what was going on in their body. And that takes around 90 days just to kind of go through that. A parasite has a 90-day protocol. And for me, I was doing all of these different, I did the medical route, I did the herbal route, and with the medicine, I would kill the parasites, go through all the die-off, and then the eggs would rehatch a month later, and I would be back to square one. So it's really not just about, when it comes to chronic digestive issues, as simply as take this medicine and the parasites are gone, or the issues are gone and we're back to normal, or follow a low FODMAP diet. You need to find someone to help you. If it's not me, it can be someone else, to get to the root cause of what that issue is, correct the insufficiencies, find the right protocol for you, because everybody's body, everybody's gut is different. You got to look at if you were a C-section, if you had chronic yeast infections, if you were bottle fed, if you have your gallbladder, all of these make a difference. So if you do need help overcoming your digestive issues, this is literally my specialty. When you don't feel good, you become, let's just say when no doctor can fix you, and you're in a lot of pain and you're just struggling on foods, and just you become almost obsessed with doing everything you can to get your health back. And that was me. I've read over 50 books last year alone on gut health. I've been to every healing center. I worked with so many individuals, people with Crohn's, colitis. One lady had a whole 12 inches of her colon removed and replaced with titanium. They had her on Miralax, Ducalax, told her she was going to be in chronic pain the rest of her life. And in 1 week, she was in menopause too. I got her losing weight off of all of those, going to the bathroom daily. Her anxiety went down because of the gut-brain connection. It's all tied together. So if you need help, go in the show notes or just go on Instagram, send me over the DM results, and I will set up a call with you so we can see what the next steps are and if we are that perfect fit. But please do not hesitate to go on Instagram, DM me that gut health, because I truly know what it feels like to be to every doctor, try every diet out there, and still struggle with digestive issues bad. And I don't want anyone to go through that anymore. So I hope you found this podcast helpful. I want you guys, if you found it helpful in any way, please give it a rating. Please give it a review. Share it with a friend. That's one thing I ask from you. We do 3 of these a week, so make sure to stay tuned and feel free to let me know down below any topics you would like me to cover in future podcasts. Have an amazing day. Iron Beauty is out.